Jesus Christ. Okay, good morning, everyone. Michael Venezia calling on my webcast, 11:09. I'm late, and I can't apologize considering that it's one of the busiest days out there. It's only Wednesday, and the bottom line is when we sign on to TradeGate Hub, well, actually, let me do it the other way. It automatically signs me in. But let me see, TradeGate Hub. Yeah, my password's already in there. I just wanted to let everybody know. The link is very simple. It's saved at that moment. So here we are. Okay. Bottom line is, I'm not going to go through the warm-ups, the calisthenics, if you will. We're not going to stretch. We're not going to mentally stretch our brain because it's 11 o'clock. And not to be cliche, but besides my family, if you're listening to this, you know what's going on. So let's see how we're going to handle it. Good morning. Always listen to Mike Santoli's feed. If you can hear this, actually, you know what? I'll take it off. Always listen to Mike Santoli's feed in the mornings. It's a great way to rehash or recap of what's going on in the market on a macro level. I do it every day. I'm not the only person. There's more people involved. Let me go to my Twitter feed. Mike Santoli. I mean, he's a CNBC major commenter, and he wrote for Barron's, and it's not because he's Italian. The guy's followed by everybody. And he gives the synopsis, if you will, the briefing at the close on CNBC for traders for a reason. So watch both those videos. I post both of them on a daily basis. Next. Okay. Started the day off medium. I thought we were going to be lower. Or actually a little bit on the higher side. So after yesterday's Wall Street bets days, the continuation today, I thought we were going to be a little bit towards the overbought zone. So at 9, whenever I post this 4 hours ago, 6 in the morning Eastern, I was late there, usually a little bit earlier. I felt that the rotation favored the bulls. And as you can see today in the left, the majority of the, I don't want to give too much away, is green. The E-minis are up 6. NASDAQ is up a little bit. You know, the rotation still persists, but it's on the bias to the long side. So I'm sorry if you're long Uber and it's down 26 cents. After the run it's had, you can't be complaining every way. So this morning I thought the bias favored the bulls, and that was right. Yesterday was a recap of all the calls. Here we go. This was yesterday's calls. This I have to write down. Even more so than price action, even more so than volume, I go where the pros are, the smart money. If you ever go to a racetrack and you see that the horses never run before, maybe there's 10 horses and they call it a maiden race, never run before. One horse from a trainer you never heard of opens up at 1-to-1, even money, very, very low odds, lower than anybody else. Something's up. Now, usually you don't want to be the wise guy, because the wise guy usually doesn't win anyway because he outsmarts himself. But with that being said, is getting back to WWE, we go where the smart money is, where the option flow is. Here's the second one I posted. And by the way, this was 4 hours ago. It's 11 Eastern. So I'm posting before the open. It's not a surprise. Wish, Root, and Lots. So WWE, Wish, Root, and Lots. And by the way, to no one's surprise, or if you're following this, stating BBIG, get to know it. We'll get that back to that one. Wendy's, Clover, BBB, bingo. That was yesterday. I'm giving you where the movement is. I wouldn't say action. It's cheapening up our profession. So as I said before, note this morning where the movement was. Wish, Root, and Lots. Pardon. Okay, we go to our sector segments, which I post every day. Semiconductors on the bottom left here are coming very oversold. Excuse me, very overbought. Red means too hot, so it's overbought. And that was actually after Micron had a weak day yesterday. So semis came in overbought. Oil producers came in a little bit overbought. The XOP. I keep that in mind. Retail a little overbought. And you know what? The rest of them in the middle of the range. Bio's in the middle of the range. Healthcare I like this morning. I noted that, I believe. Set to no REITs and XOP favors healthcare. Okay. Then I posted the ARC trades for Kathy Wood every morning. I could post her update and her, if anybody ever wants the link for her daily email, I get it. It's kind of antiquated now because everybody jumped on board. I was one of the few that actually got it and read it and then would actually, break it down and put it to use. But now actually it's the most crowded trade out there. Matter of fact, now they're fading it. I am long you. Path had numbers, keep an eye. Kathy's selling RBLX and DDD. I'm actually short it now, DDD. JT, I am surprised. A little humor. Jim Cramer this morning said he saw a car Amazon puts. It is Mercedes, and I actually think it said it's leased. I hope it's leased. That thing's going to get towed away soon if he keeps buying Amazon puts. Cramer, CMG. Okay, Jim Cramer again. If you're a short cover, you're most likely starting a new profession today. So the guy's saying if you short Wish. Early morning movers, to no surprise. We've been long it. FUB, Stitch Fix, Workhorse, Fastly, Play, MP, Space Cake, and SPWR. Those the majority of Wall Street bets trades. On the weak side, I have to write this down, ride. That's what we call a pure play. Pure. MU, back again. Pure play. Let's write that down. Okay, what else do we have? Then we have big poppers. Then we have relative volume leaders. Wendy's. Okay. Clove, CLOV. We have Johnny Lots. And believe me, CLNE. And somewhere down there we have Wish. I tried to correct it this morning, believe me. So with that being said is, where are the Clove sellers and where are the Wendy's sellers? They seem to be walking away, but I'm going to get back to that more. I came in long route. And why did I come in long route? Because I know a person that is a specialty in this. I followed my boy IT trade, and once again, Wish could gap up like Clove. He's right. Way to go. Root, 30% of the float short in an upside range to fill. That was yesterday. You know what? I knew that. So yesterday afternoon, I noted that because I felt Wall Street bets were going to continue. I bought Root yesterday, by the way. This is about 3:30, about 1081. And I sold it this morning, I think at 1420. That was a big trade. It was a good trade for me. With that being said is, so watch the Root. Root was one of the Wall Street bet stocks. Now, once I look at the screen, I apologize. I look at a couple of numbers hit my eye, and then I get distracted. Top pre-market gainers. There they are. As I said before, there's the Wall Street bet stocks. There are the roadblocks, bottom of the left here near my cursor. Then the upstarts and the paths. And then there's everything else. Yeah, okay, Citibank's down 40 cents on the left here. Bitcoin a little bit bounce. Actually, Riot is having a nice day. Riot's having a very nice day. Let's take a look at the Riot. I can't apologize for getting distracted here because this might be the cup and handle on the Riot. Interesting. Riot might be good. Let's go to Mara. But that's why TGH later, you're going to have to stick on what's hot. Mara. How about SOS, the squeezer? SOS. Okay. For anybody listening now and can. SOS might be the one, a low floater. That might be a play later. A China play, also a crypto play. Now I'll do my homework online with you. Just because if I'm going to look and it's going to be a trade, SOS, let's see what's going on here. Some guys I trust. So short squeeze. SOS is on a break. You know what? I'm going to have to ask around, but SOS is something that, as of now, I'm interested on the long side. Move up, move up. Okay, good. So I was getting back to the SIs and the coin. The riot was making the move, and so was Bitcoin. So we're going to have to see how that closes. Okay, SOS. We got to write that down. I wrote that down. We'll get back to it after. Trade Gate Hub. Okay. So the bottom line is Jim Cramer, Top Bush, Campbell Soup shares down. I gave you the upgrades and then downgrades from Walter Bloomberg's got them every morning. The new Mimi, WWE. Now, why would WWE be hot? Because yesterday, come on. WWE was hot right here. Big calls going off. Noted. Pardon. Early movers in the morning. AEMD, Wish, CLNE, Clove, Clovis. Okay? So we came in long Clove and Wish because that was the play. Johnny Lots and the Root. Now, once again, the reason why I'm saying sometimes I take them, sometimes I don't. But even from a day ago, where, trying to Clove 20% higher in 25 minutes. That was 2 days. The Clove was like $16 when I said it. So I showed a shot of my screen. Here was the Wall Street bet stocks. There was Wendy's. There was Clove. I want to watch BBIG, AMC, BB, BlackBerry, Space, a couple of ancillary. There was EHS today, 35. We came in long EH yesterday. EH today hit 40. And that was yesterday morning. I liked EH. Huh. It was a good trade. Okay. Now, we got to wrap it up in terms of having a plan. This was AEMD this morning. You woke up at 4 in the morning. AEMD was 4. You took a nap. You woke up again. It was 20. But you took a shower, and then it was 12. So you have to be quick on these things. The AMD chart I'll get to after I get back to the main screen. Here's what I do. Very simple. I write that. I don't know if you could turn this the other way. I don't know how to turn this. Here's my Wall Street bet stocks that I print up or I write down as the day goes along. There was SPI. And I'll show you something afterwards. I'll get back to another page, another picture. Viacom. Remember Viacom? Big calls going off on Viacom. So what I said to myself, naturally, I think TME is going to have good. TME goes with Viacom, and so does IQ. These are groups that right here that I wrote together: TME, IQ, and Viacom. That when they went last time, they all went down together. They're not a Wall Street bet stocks. Those are the stocks where that the Chinese trader brought down everything. So see the chart on IQ, TME, same exact thing, no doubt, and Viacom did the same thing as well. So those aren't Wall Street bet stocks, I said before. So when I see TME going this morning, boom, I immediately go, okay, then it's IQ. Let me do with that. And then I go to Viacom, VIAC, and then they back settle and fill. And now, you know what? It's probably a nice little purchase here. Actually, Viacom, I don't like anymore. The Chinese stocks are actually having a little bit more or movement, if you will. Yes, I like the IQ better. IQ is below that low when it capitulated, if you will. That low right there, as you can see on the left, was 4. This is right here with the numbers, the L. So that low is 1460. It's 1487, and it's also above the light blue means 50-day. So it's above that low, and it has at least over 100% volume. IQ 50% volume. I'm interested. Let's get back to SOS. I can't wait. See that SOS? This SOS is going to go. Damn. All right. Anyway. Getting ahead of myself. Okay. So the TME calls went off. The Viacom calls went off. So the best performers on the Russell are AHT. There they are right there. So let me go back to screen share, my hot list, SOS. There it was right there. There's my level 2. See this, the offers? Look at that offer on SOS right here at 420. No pun intended. Look at the offers here. Stocks go to the sides. 420 gone. See that? That's what Zoe's taught me. SOS. Costing you millions. I should have 20,000 shares for 420 at least. It's going to go too. All right, 420. You know what? 420 was that big fill number. See that? See these blocks? Those are important prices. Probably backs and fills right here at 414, 18. But I'm jumping ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sharing my screen. SOS. That was SOS. That 420 did the block. Good volume. It's not sexy, but it could get sexy. What are the other ones? What are the, oh, BTBT. That should go with it. I almost bought this at like 3 or 4 in the morning. BTBT went to. All right, so we have our eyes on those, the small crypto plays as of now. Let me get back to the screen. Sharing the screen, what's going on now? Big gainers. What's near the high? Macy's is doing it. Up, there's a Wall Street's best stock, Macy's. $1.44. I sold Nordstrom's this morning for actually a loss, but Macy's is it? See, this is without even looking, this is what I'm going to say. Macy's went up. I bet you so did Dillard's. What else do we have? Jalen, Gaps, doing nothing. All right, just maybe it's Macy's. I'll have to look at the news. Kern is another one. Okay. Kern is a cannabis stock, which a couple of years ago, I'm not going to lie, I got caught short. Kern, God, went from 11 to 73 and back down. It had a pop. It could pop. It popped here. But why do I like Kern more than anything? I'll tell you why I like Kern more than anything. Why I should have bought it. You're right, Rev. I like it too. Kern. We're in just TripAdvisor. We're in it. Riot. Sweeps going off. Silver, good. I like silver. Tilray, cannabis stock, Wall Street bet stock was Kern. I saw huge options go off at Kern this morning. IDEX could be another one. I might buy that right after I get off here. IDEX and SOS. Macy's, SDC. I got to know if Kern went off. It's for me. There you go. Unusual volume, Kern, 5 times its volume, 54 minutes ago. So, Kern. 54 minutes ago, had a pop. It back and filled to 515. Kern, you got to keep your eye on with the volume. Most volume it's done for a while. And Tilray was the other one that we saw going off with volume. It's at the high of the day, up 232. They're taking that up too. Volume just came in bottom left. So it was SOS. All right. It's going to 5 or more. Ride was another stock. Stock yesterday. Fundamental news. Ride. It was a short squeeze. Everybody knows Ride. Ride was below all the moving averages. And Ride wasn't like Fisker, where it had a nice pop and it was at the low now, or LI, or which is above the moving average, or even NIO, if you will. So Ride was the worst of breed. Yesterday had news. They basically said they're not even going to make a car. So the stock went 15 to 9 with a couple of hiccups and actually followed through today, breaking low. Listen, we missed the short. We might squeeze it a little bit, but I don't think they're going to want to squeeze a stock that they absolutely know for certain have no fundamental value. At least AMC is a movie theater. You know what I mean? All right, back to the. I think I'm on the wrong screen. Oh, whatever. Here we go. So I'm on BLDR at the high, Tiger, but what's got good volume on the low? Huya, CLNE is a short. I'm short that this morning. I covered it poorly. Okay, what's on the low list? Wendy's at the low. Now, let me tell you something. I got to switch to this now. Wendy's, I shorted it this morning. 2-1, what's that? Okay. Wendy's. This is a perfect example of how I said before, how having fewer position with bigger size to collar is the real way to make money. I shorted Wendy's this morning, I think at $32 in the morning. And you know what? Want to know something? Why I did it is because that stock is another one that I'll give you another example of my Twitter feed of why I shorted Wendy's. My man IPO Dave. I did the research on Wendy's and I wanted to know why it was going up because I knew it wasn't that heavily shorted. It's a lot of funds hold it. I don't know where it is. Anyway, but IPO Dave said that it was funny because Wendy's only had 5% short, and I didn't think it had that much juice or punch in the punch bowl, if you will. And that's what gave me confidence after that was pointed out. Then I did my due diligence, and then I did my research, and then I went from there. So go back to up gappers. Let's go to the alert list. What's on alert now? Extreme volume, Tiger, Telray, SOS. Down big yesterday, but up big today. See, that's on there without even knowing it. It's a good system. Biggest gainers with large range. We're interested in CLSK. You want a ripper? That's a crypto. That's a crypto play. CLSK. CLSK, I have an interest. Writing it down. Okay, so it was SOS. 119, not anyway. All right, I gotta go back to the screen. Go back to this. CLSK. So I don't think I had this chart on it. I just wanted to show it to you. That's why I'm interested in it. CLSK, nice chart. I like it. What about SI? Sports Illustrated, nothing. What about SOS? Mara. Okay, you know what? These are going to be a 3 o'clock play. These ones usually go later in the day. Okay, so I'm interested in Tiger, NCTY, FUV, pulled back, go to, came along it, good trade, Builder, Fisker on the low. So these EV stocks one day does not make a reversal, but are pulling back. Dish, my Francis, nice call. Dish, I know you're listening. If you're not, you're fired. I'm sorry. Dish, good call. So CLSK in the left here, and Wendy's, Tilray. These are for the active traders right here today. So tune into TGH later. I am going to be naturally updating what's moving with the peer group. By the way, we're getting more and more guys on. As I'm having my guys get on and be more comfortable and contribute, because once we get through the incubation stages of the TGH and get everything down pat, then it's go time. So with that being said, is what's going on. Felt TGH. If you don't, always go to the stocks indices page right here. I tailored it myself. New York Stock Exchange stocks, the ones with the biggest percentage. There's World Wrestling Federation to no degree. Let's go to the NASDAQ. I'm sure it's going to be I bet you Dish is probably on the lower one, right? My boy. Probably doing it too quickly. Because I do things too quickly. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. You don't even want to give me the down ones. Rye, Leads, Clove, Wendy's. So you know what? It was the stairs up yesterday. It was the elevator down today. Bed Bath & Beyond, another one. They're all down. Dish. So anyway, you get the point of where we go into stocks, indices. It's really great. Really proud of it. There you go. Get a crypto quote. Charts. Let's go to market movers. Really good. Good stuff. Then you go back to the trading room. You're welcome, Doug. Nice calling the dish, kid. Top news. Wealthy right there. FX, stocks, global headlines. Beautiful. It's going to get better. So watch the feed, be in the room, then trade some stocks, trade some Forex on TradeView Markets. I'm here for a reason. And then we'll go to, I'll share this a little bit later for a treat. With that being said, it's 11:35. It's getting a little bit late. I got to get back to the room. Trade will have a plan. I'll answer any and all questions. I always do. If you have anything, thank you very much. Good day.